I wanted to make this video because a lot happened today. um, I've been trying this new thing for like chronic pain and stress and um, depression and high blood pressure, and I think it's helping a little bit. But the lady there, she's like, I see this psychologist, and she's like, I want to recommend him to you too. She's like, not to say that you're crazy or anything. I'm like, it's okay. You can say I'm crazy. I am crazy. It's like, it's okay. Doesn't bother me. I know I am. Um, been called it enough in life. And I feel crazy too. So I'm like, it's okay. But anyways, so I don't know if I want to see a psychologist again. I've seen psychologists in the past, you know, um, and it was okay, I guess. you know. So I don't know if I want to see a psychologist again. So, but maybe that was God telling me I need to talk to somebody other than the, what I'm doing now. So so maybe I'll take it seriously. But but anyways, I'm just like, it's okay. Been called crazy enough. I am crazy. It's okay. So uh, I try to make it work in the free world somehow. But anyways, but then I went to uh, a Christian church, a different Christian church today. Um, and God knows where I go. He knows I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm at that point. I'm just like, God, help me. I don't know what how things are gonna work out at all. I'm just like, you know, I'm being real. I'm being a real realist. You know what I mean? I've probably been through more than anybody on the planet. He knows that. So I'm like barely surviving. You know, like nothing I do seems to do much. You know what I mean? To help me. Seems like. Uh, Even all the videos, I don't know if they do much. People say that they help them, so that's kind of why I do it as well. Like in my mind, I'm like, even if I can't be healed or there's no future for me, maybe I can help people. That's what I'm thinking. God knows I think that way. Just like, even if there's no hope, you know, even though I'm trying, I'm just like being real. But just like, just try to help people, I guess, if I'm still alive, basically. Even if I can't be healed, still have to try to help people. But anyways, I went to this Christian church, and this guy that gave me a blessing in the mall was there. He's a pretty cool guy, Marvin. And I'm like, do you really think I have gifts, from God, you know, within me, And he's like, yeah, we all have gifts from God within us. And so I'm like, all right, you know. um, because like I've been in this Christian environment for a while, different churches and stuff, and I don't know if it's been good for me or not. You know, I think it has. Maybe being around people and talking, interacting, maybe it has been. I don't know, um, but hard to say. um, some of the people notice when I'm not there, for a class, and so I guess they notice when I'm gone. I don't know, but not that that means anything, but I'm just looking for a miracle from God to heal me. Just He knows that's what I'm looking for. That's what I talked about today to this guy at the Christian church that came up to me. I'm like, God has worked miracles in my life before, and I know He can do it. I'm looking for another one, basically. I really am looking for a miracle. Um, because um, I pretty much feel like I went through too much in life to recover, because I've tried pretty much everything. And so I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, God, I'm at a dead end here, I really feel like that, just like I'm at a dead end here. So, but um, the guy, at the Christian church, his name was Brad, I think, something like that. And this is probably the most interesting thing that happened in the day, without question, out of anything that's happened. Because sometimes throughout the day, I'm like, I don't even know if God cares or is watching it anymore. I do think that. I'm like I think I'm on my own, basically, and so I'm sitting there, and while he's talking, um, he's like, we can put you on our prayer list and stuff. I'm like, all right, sure. I'm just looking for hope and confidence, basically. And when he was talking, I started to get emotional. I started to feel love, God's love, like super strongly, like the love of Jesus, and it was undeniable. It was so strong, and this is what keeps me going. I swear. if Jesus didn't care and didn't exist, I'd be gone. I wouldn't stay on the planet. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. you know. You know. Basically, you know. But I started to feel his love like super strong, and I thought about this too. I'm on medications. You know what I mean? God knows I'm on medications, and even though I'm on medications, uh, Jesus's love was outweighed all of that. It was so strong that even the medications didn't matter. You know what I mean? And I thought about this. No matter what you're on, God's love trumps that. It's stronger. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I thought about. I'm like, damn. God's love is so strong that even when you're on chemicals of any kind, like medications, his love is so strong that it outweighs all that. You still feel it. So I'm like, damn. So I was getting emotional and stuff, like really emotional. Uh, um, and the guy there he's like, I had a feeling he was noticing this, you know. He's like, you're feeling the love of Jesus right now, aren't you? I can tell. I'm like, yeah, I am. And it was undeniable. So I don't care what anybody says. It's very distinct. I'm like, you knew this was Jesus's love that I was feeling right now, didn't you? He's like, yeah, I know what it feels like. It's distinct from anything else, and it's true. It's different, a lot different than anything else that you can feel whatever it is on this planet, it's way different. The love of God, you know, it's super strong, and it's probably stronger. It could be stronger if my body could handle it. That's what I thought today. His love's probably even stronger if my body could handle it, you know. So, um, so yeah. So it was interesting, you know, like we were both feeling Jesus's love super strongly, and it doesn't even matter. This is what I thought about. It doesn't matter if the church is false. It doesn't matter if everything is weird, like people are weird. The love of Jesus is solid. It's no bullshit. I don't care who makes fun of me. I don't care who says there's no God. That's what I decided to. I don't even care who says there's no God. I don't care who makes fun of me anymore. You know, I've been made fun of my whole life. I don't care anymore. Just like, I don't care, you know. So, God already knew I'd be made fun of in my life. He knew that. So, He allowed all of it. So, He knew that. So, He knew I could take it, you know. So, I was taking ridicule from people 3 times my size growing up, and I still took it. Let that sink in. So I definitely can handle any of that shit now. You know, that's what I say. But anyways, I do think like I may have had, and I thought about this today. I'm like, I would have had a pretty good life if God would have interfered. You know what I'm saying? Jumped in, defended me. I would have had a good life. Because He knows, like, I think because I went through so much, I have no chance at a good life because I went through all that. Because of the damage. You know, you got to realize the damage, both physically, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, all that makes it hard to be happy in life and enjoy life. It is. It's very hard, you know. So, and I admit, like, rather than people having free will to abuse me, I'd rather not have been born. You know, and God knows that. Like, I'd just rather not have been born than just people have free will to abuse anybody they want, mainly me. You know, so I never liked that free will bullshit. You know, so seems to favor the wicked. You know, so. But anyways. But someone made a comment of like, uh, Enoch was allowed to go to heaven without suffering death. And I'm like, that's exactly what I would want, you know, go to heaven without dying, you know. You know what I'm saying? And God knows that, you know. If I can bypass the death part, that'd be great. You know. So I don't know. But anyways, enough of that abysmal talk. I gotta quit doing that. I know that. It's tough though. I admit that, you know. Yeah. I'm just like with God, I'm like, if I can't even be healed, and it seems like there's no chance to be healed, and people are just calling me crazy because I probably am. Why am I still around? You know? Don't don't keep putting me through this, you know. There's no hope to heal me. Don't keep me going, you know. I was being serious. I'm like, don't torture me longer than I need to be, you know? So, because it seems like um, even when I'm doing the right things, you know, it still doesn't seem like it's enough, you know? You know, I'm not healed. No matter what I do, it seems like no matter what I try, I can't get myself healed. Um, so that's why I want to just do what God wants me to do, whatever that is. But get out of here, because you know, people may like me and stuff at the Christian church, but I don't know. I still can't be healed, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. You know, it always comes down to that. I'm like, if I can't even be healed by God, why am I even at a church right now? You know, but God sees a reason. He sees a reason. You know, maybe it's helping me. I don't know. I'm learning a lot. You know, I'm experiencing a lot, but it's hard to be around people for me constantly. You know, they're always around, moving around, always talking, moving around. You know, um, they never want to talk about deep conversations. I noticed that they don't want to talk about deep stuff. You know, like I do. Like I want to talk about deep stuff about Jesus, like the deep questions. And God knows that. I want to talk about the deep stuff. You know, I don't care about the superficial talk. You know, pitter patter. I don't care about that, and God knows I don't care about any of that. The superficial nonsense talk, you know, that goes on and on and on at church. You know, like I don't care about any of that. So I just want to talk about the deep stuff because I feel like Jesus is pretty deep. You know, he's pretty complex, pretty solid. You know, so you can go a lot of deep conversations about Jesus himself, really. You know. But anyways, but you know, I just I always feel like there's no hope, and then I feel Jesus's love, and then I'm like, you know, it like changes everything somehow, you know, like so I'm like, God, help me to remember that Jesus's love, you know, help me to remember that, so I don't just quit, you know. So, because it's powerful. It's powerful enough to get me really emotional. His love is for real. But I'm trying not to think about my whole life as a whole, you know, because even though Jesus may love me and all that, um, he didn't actually defend me, but he loved me, you know. So it's tough. That's the toughest part. Like I went through all these traumatic things without being defended, but I was loved no matter throughout the whole thing, no matter what. No matter what they did to me, you know, I was still loved, you know. So I gotta have to keep thinking about that. I was still loved despite being abused. Doesn't matter, you know. I have to pretty much ignore. That's the tough part. That Jesus is real, but he didn't defend me most of my life. But Jesus is real. That's tough. That's the toughest thing for me, 100%. Like I went through all this shit, but Jesus was real the whole time. He was legit the whole time. Let that sink in. And he knows how much I've been through. He was there the whole time. He was legit the whole time. Jesus was. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything else. Fuck what everybody else was doing. Jesus was legit the whole time. The real Jesus. through all that shit I went through. He was legit the whole time. So there was a reason for it. I have to believe this. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you're holding on to some crutch or, that, you know, whatever. I don't care. There has to be a reason why Jesus didn't do anything for so long. Has to be. There has to be a reason for it. And that's what I said to myself. If he's helping me now and showing me love now, there had to have been a reason for all that back then, not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand it all. I still don't. I went through a ton of shit, but Jesus was legit the whole time. I'll repeat that. I was allowed to go through a ton of shit, but Jesus was legit the whole time. That shit pissed me off. you know. But I felt his love today, so I'm like, what the fuck, And it doesn't even matter that I don't know the Bible very well. It doesn't even matter. That's what people don't get. Jesus still loves me anyways, despite not knowing the Bible.